Montego Bay, Jamaica. Jamaica's second city. Mo Bay, as the locals call it, has so many identities. At any time, you could be in a market town with a rich history. A seaport, a commercial center, a city that emerged as a booming tourist town. The one thing you'll see in Montego Bay is traffic. The second city's hustle and bustle surrounds the commercial center, and in the heart of the center is Sam Sharp Square. Sam Sharp Square now is a bevy of shops and street-side merchants, but in the early 1800s, it was the site of a historical rebellion. In 1831, Sam Sharp was a house slave and a part-time preacher. He was convinced that the King of England had already freed the slaves, so he urged the slaves in his area not to go back to work after the Christmas holidays unless they were going to be paid by the plantation owners. A peaceful protest.
Never mind Morgan, tea for my mama's tomato, tea for the sweet potato, reap out of the banana, then they make it hyper for us to live together. My generation got to stand up in love.
The concept of a peaceful strike was lost. Plantations were set ablaze, and among the casualties were whites. However, the retribution of the plantation owners would be swift and brutal. The first to be prosecuted were the rebellion leaders. Like most things during that time, the court system was unjust. White missionaries Thomas Burchell and William Knibb were arraigned and tried but released for a lack of evidence. Sam Sharp, however, was given a death sentence. The slave owners hanged him in the square that now bears his name. The Arawaks originally inhabited Montego Bay. The Maroons lived in the interior, and the area's first tourists, the Spanish, also decided to settle in the coastal town. They dubbed it Baja de Manteca, or Bay of Lard, because of the lard-making industry developed through the hunting of wild boars that filled the surrounding hills. Montego Bay was also a sugar and banana town. Fortunes were made during the time sugar was king. Over 150 ships each year passed through Mo Bay's busy ports. At the turn of the century, the sugar industry declined and the banana trade took over. Then that trade moved south to Kingston and Port Antonio, leaving the coastal town to rely on tourism. That's when Mo Bay's ship came in, so to speak. For more than a century, Doctor's Cave Beach was the home of the elite clientele. Celebrities and socialites from all over the world would come and the beach that was said to be fed by mineral springs and cured almost any ailment. Montego Bay now is unlike any other city in Jamaica. Year-round, day and night, the party atmosphere takes center stage on what is now called the Hip Strip. And just a 10-minute walk from the infamous Doctor's Cave Beach is a popular spot that knows all about entertainment, Margaritaville.
Margaret is a state of mind. We cater for everybody. We have a club, we have a sport bar and grill, we have a restaurant in the daytime. We do water sports, we do entertainment every half an hour. Margaritaville has changed Jamaica entertainment and a whole, bring it to a different level. As you notice, everybody started to copy us, try to be like Margaritaville, because we bring Jamaica to another level, and we're still taking Jamaica entertainment further. Margaret is a place where everybody can come, and the moment you decide, the moment you say the word, I'm going to Margaritaville, you know you'll be entertained, you'll be treated like a king or a queen. That's how we behave at Margaritaville. There's always something for everybody at any time you want to come to.
Summers in the resort town are full with outdoor activities, but in the late 70s when Reggae Sumfest hit the scene, it was the beginning of a beautiful relationship between Mo Bay and music. Sunsplash brought in reggae music lovers from all over and put Jamaica on the map once again for the ultimate vacation spot.
Sumfest was born in 1993. We came about to fill a void that was left when the other great reggae festival, Reggae Sumfest, moved out of Montego Bay to Kingston. And a number of us music lovers and others in the city felt that we just could not summer go by without a reggae music festival. So we got together, some businessmen and some music lovers, kind of merged together, and thereafter came about Sumfest.
Having been associated with Sunsplash before in my capacity as brand manager for Red Stripe, I worked on an event which I thought at the time broke ground. Sunsplash broke a lot of ground for Jamaica, for the music, and I think positioned Jamaica as an entertainment mecca. I think what Sumfest today is doing is certainly adding on that. And I think the legacy of Sunsplash is helping us to move forward with a fantastic event in this year's Sumfest. Not only in terms of the music that's being presented, but I think also in terms of the quality of production, in terms of the care and the customer service aspect of it.
From the beginning, we took a decision, that our motto was and is promoting music, the universal force. So we have not excluded any kind of music form. Hence, way back in '93, we presented R&B acts, the old acts like Benny King and Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, and even a calypso singer like Sparrow. And since then, we have presented people like David Rudder, an important artist in the Caribbean. And in '95, I think we presented the first sort of current R&B act called Brownstone. We're not a big group, but we kind of brought them in, and the vibe was good. And then in '98, we decided to take the plunge, and we had Boys to Men. So in a way, we kind of created the monster. So now people expect that we must have a big international act on the event,
Yes, something of a different pace. Fresh, it's a life you never make haste. Now, I believe the time is right. How? Stepping from the left to the right, so get ready for the rhythm in check. Direct, believe me, you ain't heard nothing yet. I will honor in my lyrical skill until the score reaches 15 years go deep. Right into the middle of the beat, it stays sweet. In every way, 7 days a week, on time. Give it to you line by line. The source is the power of the force in the rhyme. It's new. Structure of the sound we're unveiling. But twice around the world and still keep on sailing. Panic. Some get confused again. They feel static. Just to find the charge and the break, I can't have it. I need true spirit representatives. A skill ever ready, strong team of inventors. And I got that. That's why my beat sounds so pure. This is the format. Something you never heard before.
I was quite impressed with the level of detail that has gone into planning, care in parking, care in customer processing, a high level of sensitivity, which I think is really important. And I think has moved the event that much higher in terms of an event of world-class standard.
Even after all.
We have retained the flavor of the festival with all of the vendors. We have not tried to control it. It's just, one big bar and one big restaurant. So, so everybody gets a little piece of the pie. The taxi men do well, the restaurants, every hotel, the rent-a-car companies, the airlines, I mean, you name it. Everybody, the bars, the nightclubs, everybody.
Exposing Jamaican music, Jamaican art, Jamaican people, and also Jamaican cuisine.
Everybody gets a little piece of the pie.
Originally, Tony's Pizza was in a trailer, and which was parked just outside to our left here, and had been there for 17 years. And after that, his trailer had been carted away by the government, the police, on several occasions because they said it did not meet the standards or whatever. At any rate, I just want to make a point that the judge himself, who made that judgment, actually ordered pizza from the trailer. Anyway, that's just a little bit of history. But after that, he decided he was going to be, 100% legitimate, and he bought a shop. And he's been here at about for 5 years now. This business belongs to my brother, who passed away a year ago. But Tony has always lived in Montego Bay, and he's very public-spirited. And when Sumfest became an entity, he decided he wanted to participate because it was a part of Montego Bay and a part of the tourist industry and local economy as well. So he started, and he really enjoyed the first time. So much so that he decided, well, it's an event that he has to attend, because he liked the music as well as all his friends were out, and of course, a little bit of drinking and enjoyment never hurt anybody. So he's been doing that for years and years, and he's always called and told me how wonderful it was and that I should come down. And unfortunately, this is my first year here, but I can see why he enjoyed it so much. He thought it brought in a lot of goodwill from both foreigners and the local people, and it was a time when both the locals and the tourists could participate in events together. So they interacted and got to know each other, so it was good for everybody.
Montego Bay because the boys club down here was another important source back in like the 60s and the 70s for musicians, and today it's like a dying breed, you know. What we're getting now is a lot of computer music.
Rise to the occasion, look at yourself and say you're strong. Go and can't stop you, whoa, whoa. Rise to the occasion, go ahead, you know you're strong. Tell them sometimes, it's for you tonight. Now that you got it, I got it, put some, you want to go. And the people will answer, it's for you tonight.
It's like me say, me wonder what some girl a play around here. See them all do over man where them a cheer. You don't worry about when them go away. See them me see them living round here. Sometimes it's how we see this church where them appear. But hot girl from the front just clear. Mommy, it's a me problem. So me left see that the happen. Me too mix up and blend. So then stress free, me no in a excitement. Then you were free, I'm a man on the decided. I come here to man a hide. Oh, when it falls down, who you gonna call in? Shout, we gon' set the party on fire. We're fine. We gon' set the party on fire. Man, I promise. She's so self-conscious. She has no idea what she's doing in college. They make it that she makes it, they don't make no money. But she won't drop out with her to look at her funny. Now, tell me that her. The concept assumes things so secure.
We can get as big as we want to in Jamaica, but we want to take it on the road, and you know we want to take it on national TV. We're getting a shot, an opportunity this year with BT, and they're going to be doing a series of shows on BT starting in the fall, and we'll see where we go from there. You know, and that is our goal. That one day it can be on a NBC or ABC or CBS, and also we want to go to all the continents. You know, we have been to Miami already, and you know next year. We plan to go to Toronto, definitely Washington, Atlanta, New York, on the West Coast, and also we want to take it into Europe. So I don't know if I'll be there, but certainly the event, you know, needs to get out there.
You just go girls and next show. You see me, let me have the next phone. She gave me a you see what I mean? No trouble in any of the plans. You don't know the man. I don't want to talk about what I had before. So I don't want to do right now. Keep me together. purple sign. And no man wants to take over. Now you don't know what to die. And now it's time to lose her. Won't you step aside now and let me show you how to treat a woman? Yeah, yeah. She needs tender touch, loving all woman. Yes. Tell me how you crazy, leaving her so long. Yo, I'm ready for the Russian party. Who have y'all done here, sir? When you see the enemy, look for them. Come on, hold up, hold on. All of that, all of them are fighting. Show them the hook. We're down in us. Oh, come on.
Sumfest now, I think, really has grown and has become of age as an event, a significant event in the life of Montego Bay, but also for Jamaica.
From day to day we live, searching for our identity, while the rich man says we are a menace to society, but they don't know what it's like. Don't know what it's really like. What it's really like. To feel real ghetto pain, to feel real ghetto pressure, to feel real ghetto pain. Real ghetto pressure. On and on we go, already trying to uphold our brothers turn to crime, killing each other for no way. Oh, why the oppressor stay? Let me hear you sing, come on. Real ghetto pain.
Return alive, I'm going to jump up again. 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 Jump up again.